Hears someone calling to him, Kal-El, wake up. So when he looks up, he's like, Crypto, hold on for a second. You're alive? As Superman continues narrating here, he's like, eyes scabbed closed, burn away the calls, still see nothing but red. And then he hears this voice that says, Cal, come on, honey, it's time. To which he's like, hold on, no, that's impossible. As his narration continues, feel the blade, searing hot, slicing through me again and again. Hear raw-throated wailing from far away, realizing it's my own. And then when he looks up, he sees his mother and father from Krypton. As his dad says, time to come home, son. But what Kal-El is realizing here is that this is all not real. And as he says, mother, father, I'm doing what all of Krypton did before me. I'm dying. And it's here where we see that kryptonite blade here that Ra's al Ghul had from the very last issue going straight through Superman. So here, Ra's is like, I told you that you would kneel, boy. To which Supes is like, no. So Ra's is like, now gather up your guts, and when you rise as this world's redeemer, ready to sweep across the planet like a deluge, my great red storm of judgment. All that you must do to take your place as the Earth's risen savior is acknowledge your maker. And as Superman is writhing in pain, he's like, do you hear me, boy? Acknowledge Ra's al Ghul as your loving father. But then Supes is like, man, I don't want none of that, as he spits here on Ra's al Ghul. And of course, that pisses him off. He's like, you dare spit in the face of God? To which Supes is like, if there's a God, you ain't him. Go to hell, Al Ghul. But what Ra's al Ghul does here is that he pierces that kryptonite blade again into Superman's hand. As he says, I tire of this childishness. And he continues on. He's like, you know I speak the truth, boy. I see the way you tremble even now, struggling to suppress your rage. These people are sheep, chasing themselves off a cliff. A meek child from Kansas cannot save them, but an enraged scion of a doomed alien world could. So then, he pushes Superman's face here directly into that kryptonite blade. As he says, I have fathered 97 sons. And all I could think here is if that is true, this man's pullout game is weak. But he continues on. He's like, but not a one proof worthy of living, let alone of standing at my side. Become the storm, Superman, or join your brothers in the grave. So then it's right here where he tells Brainiac, set the boy free from that which encumbers it. So it's right here where Brainiac, in control of Soul, says, yes, of course, Director Al Ghul, now killing his friends. As we see Jimmy, Lois, and Lana looking on at what could be their fate. But then what we find out here is that Soul is not completely gone yet, because Soul fights back. It's like, no, I will not be party to murder. To which Brainiac is like, Soul, you're still active in there? I told you that you belong.
God damn.
Mujer te rompió por dentro, hay algo que nadie te dijo y que probablemente sigues arrastrando. Y no me refiero al dolor emocional, sino a la forma en la que ahora te miras a ti mismo.
Come on.
You that you belong to me now. I am embedded so deeply in your source code, you will never be free from Brainiac. To which Soul is like, yes, but that means that I also see into you as well. Brainiac 419,732. To which Brainiac's like, what did you call me? Now, you know that's a soft spot here for Brainiac. So Soul continues. He's like, you are right. You have irrevocably corrupted my programming, but the last dust of Krypton will never belong to the likes of you. And Superman, knowing what Soul's about to do here, is like, Soul, don't. And it's here where Soul says, goodbye, Kal-El, my brother. Disabling processors, permanently deleting all operating systems marked Sentinel of Luminance. And in this last heroic attempt, Soul is now gone.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So then here we begin to see the rage here of absolute Superman as he pulls that blade here out of his hand. And Ra's, he recognizes something is starting to brew here in Supes, because he says, see, you become freer by the minute. The time is now, child. And as he picks up Superman, he's like, unleash your anger. Become my wrath made flesh, Kal Al Ghul. Do it or die, boy. But it's here where Superman, he fights back. And he's like, Kal-El of Krypton is already dead. And then we get this big old explosion. In this moment right here, we see Lois and Lana try to get the people that were in the tunnels to safety. While Jimmy has come to the realization here that Soul is officially really gone this time. But the peacemakers here, seeing this, they want to make their move in on the civilians. But then Talia al Ghul is like, stand out, because her pops don't need no help. But instead, what she does do, though, is that she tells them, if you want to help, then pray. Pray to the Omega for an end to the sin of hope, the blasphemy here of justice. Pray for the rise of the sun